Men not allowed to teach girls in Afghanistan. Taliban ban coeducation.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Taliban have formally announced a ban on coeducation in Afghanistan, saying men would not be allowed to teach girl students in the country. Men will not be allowed to teach girls, said Taliban Higher Education Minister Sheikh Abdul Baqi Haqqani. Addressing a large gathering in the tent of Loya Jirga, Haqqani assured the people and all teachers of Afghanistan that the Taliban would try to develop Afghanistan's educational system. The statement comes a day after Sheikh Abdul Baqi Haqqani was appointed the acting Minister of Higher Education in Afghanistan. Last week, Taliban officials in Afghanistan's Herat province ordered that girls would no longer be allowed to sit in the same classes as boys in universities. The Taliban officials reportedly said that there was no justification or alternative for continuing co-education, according to a report in Kama News. In Afghanistan, women who comprise nearly 50% of the total population have been living in dread for the return of the Taliban.
This post received a score of 42,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Next up, women aren't allowed to teach.
According to another comment, they aren't allowed to teach at all university levels.
But only female doctor can check female patients, so how is it gonna work? That can work with something like engineering, but medicine need to be opened.
The answer is that women will not receive health care. Instead they will just die of easily preventable conditions. We can expect a steep increase in deaths during childbirth, as they will have no access to knowledgeable doctors and also zero control over their own reproduction. These religious wackos prefer it this way. They hate women and don't give a flying fuck if they die.
All these assholes want is a giant sausage party for a country.
The move has effectively deprived girls from higher education because universities cannot afford to provide different classes nor there are enough human resources, tweeted Afghan journalist Bashir Ahmed Gwak.
And the Taliban doesn't want to risk blowing up a male teacher along with all of those female students. Most of who they blow up are male, they like to target the educated too. They blow up everyone, because they are cowards.
I mean, I know what you're saying. But I always just think it's a bit funny when you step back a bit and see a Westerner make a comment like that when America and their allies have literally been blowing holes in that region and its people for like 20 years now. Borderline indiscriminately. Like, if you tallied who blew up things more, it can't even be close, right?
Also, it's stupid to act like the people fighting against the most advanced military in the world with a 60-year tech advantage are cowardly. If they line up and wore uniforms to fight us, they'd get vaporized. We completely obliterated Iraq's military in like 2 weeks, and at that time they were the 4th largest military on the planet. The only way to fight against the US and do any damage is with the guerrilla tactics they use right now. I'm not defending their actions or saying it's justified, but there really isn't another viable option if you wanted to fight the US.
Also, it worked.
Worked in the other war we lost, too.
Worked against the British for the colonists, too.
Not quite though. The nascent US had direct military help from both the Spanish and especially the French.
Men not allowed to teach girls, women not allowed to work.
The Taliban tweeted the other day that they want women to start working again, specifically nurses. But yeah, they will probably delimit women's job opportunities.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.